Hey guys, Trevor here. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a recap so far on my trip out here in Europe. Currently in Valencia, Spain right now. Beautiful little sunrise, and yeah, I'll let you guys in on some more of kind of what I've been processing here in Europe. It's flown by so fast, honestly, like trying to process all of it has been incredibly difficult. So many different cultures, and learning to give myself grace for time to process it. But yeah, so one of the very first things I had to get used to when we basically scheduled backpacking through Europe with absolutely no plan is getting used to the fact of not really ever having a plan. I know you're like, well, you set yourself up for that. And yeah, and even when we do plan things out and try to get it all with like a little organized system that most likely never goes to plan either. And sleeping on the street to snagging oranges from trees or snagging food from tables that people just left. I mean, like, it's all been just like completely just freaking crazy. Honestly, it's been kind of fun, like getting to this place where like it's actually fun to like look at the unknown and look at not having a plan and just being like, I'm excited. What's it gonna bring? What's gonna happen next? Like, oh, adventure, mystery, whoa. Yeah, it's just changing the perspective of looking at the unknown through eyes of fear, eyes of like mystery and adventure and hope. And it's been hard to get there, but I mean, I'm getting there. I mean, like, seriously, I don't know where I'm sleeping tonight. Honestly, can tell you that right now. And I'm excited for it. So yeah, I mean, just like looking into the unknown and just really developing this hope and excitement and yearn for the adventure that it's gonna bring. You know, what do you see life through? I mean, like, honestly, I feel like we expect the worst in every single situation all the time. And I mean, there's times where it's good to think about like things like, oh, what could happen here? But like, honestly, like, learning from your mistakes is honestly, I would say, the best teacher. And there's no book that teaches you better than trial and error and self revelation of like your own encounter with that circumstance. And so, I mean, like, go out there and screw up. Honestly, that's what I'd tell you. I mean, like, you learn from your mistakes better than anything. I mean, I put myself in a place where I knew I was gonna make mistakes, screw up. I mean, we came to Europe with no plan. Now I'm actually learning to see the beauty of that, putting myself in a position where I knew I was gonna mess up and make mistakes. Now having to be the time where I've learned probably the most life lessons I've ever had in the course of like 3 months, and it's just been like, but it's been so good, so good. I mean, you can learn everything up here, but you can't live it out. I mean, like, what's the point of it? And just really being present in every single moment, not thinking about other things, but just really engaging in every single moment and pulling beauty out of every single moment. It's honestly, so many people say like, oh, when you're backpacking through Europe, it'll fly by fast, and it kind of has, but like, when you're more present and you're more there in all of your moments, I mean, it's almost like time slows down. Just being able to like sit down by like the river and not have to like walk all over Paris and like go see the Eiffel Tower and go climb a mountain and do all this stuff. I can just sit down by the river and just like be so present with myself and be present with God and be present with my best friend. And then have that be just as amazing and beautiful as like go climbing a mountain, freaking climbing rooftops and stuff like that. And really looking for and finding the beauty in all of it. And all of it's beautiful. Our whole process, the ups and downs, is so beautiful. It's been hard traveling with somebody, honestly. I mean, like, yeah, if you've done it, you've probably experienced it, and it's an adventure in itself. And I mean, Caleb's the man. I love him, and we're different people, and so like really learning to love relentlessly and develop patience and living out patience. Now it's learning to live it out with somebody next to you. Like, communication is huge. communicating with that kid every day. Dude, how are you doing? What's wrong? What's up? What's good? How was your day? Like, just really being very there with him, very aware of his emotions and with mine. And I mean, honestly, doing that every single day, I assume it's the same with pretty much all relationships. Like, just knowing each other, where each other's at, and just very there is, I mean, it just incredibly enhances. I've never had a relationship like this, and like, we've been in the worst mindsets, exhausted, freaking wanted to just stab the world right in the heart. And honestly, we can just like sit back and laugh, and we've been with each other literally non-stop for the past like almost a month now, just non-stop. And honestly, I like, it's very few times where I just wanted to stab his eyes. And so, I mean, that's awesome for me. I mean, I can get real short with people real fast, but just learning to be very verbal, not talking more, but just very vulnerable and present with my emotions and curious about how he's doing as well. It's been a great enhance to our relationship and making this trip so much better. Yeah, making that more of a priority than seeing things. And so like making sure that like the person I'm doing life with temporarily is at the top, because I mean, like, everything else kind of like comes next to that because you're with this person there. And so just kind of making that more of a priority rather than like wanting to go see the world and doing that and just, yeah, screw the person next to you. Like, no, you're just like, if you frick that, then you're gonna be fricked. And yeah, just really putting that as a higher priority in my life and watching everything else kind of like fall into place so much easier and so much more beautifully, because my relationship with my best friend, the person I'm traveling with, or the person that's next to you, is just you and them are tight, and so everything else is just better. Yeah, call it bromance, whatever the frick you want. I mean, I don't care. But all I know is I got a great relationship with this kid, and so I mean, that's made the trip so much more incredible. And he's totally on board with just like not knowing what the frick we're doing either, and so it's just totally awesome. It's kind of my update for you guys. Hope this was encouraging. And we don't know where we're gonna stay tonight, but I'm excited, dude. I mean, that's just weird to see. You don't hear that very often. And so yeah, I'm excited to see what happens, the stories it brings, and what I learn, and if I get mugged or not. I mean, do's and don'ts, whatever. So, you guys are so loved. Thank you so much for hearing me out, and stay tuned for where I'll be next. And Caleb too. All right, peace out. Oh. Yep, so